Hi, welcome back. So in this lesson, we are gonna be going over hair typing. Yeah. So now, why do we hair type, guys? There's a reason why I made this section a whole module, right? Why do we hair type? So many for one reason. The reason why we hair type is because it defines the category that your hair falls under, right? On the spectrum. Because guys, I get a lot of emails from ladies asking me for hair advice, and then when I ask them, okay, so what's your hair type? And then they go, oh well, it's kinky or it's tough, it's rough, it's stubborn, and I'm like, what is that really like? You mean for A hair, for B, for C? Most times when they tell me, okay, it's tough, it's kinky or whatever, I know right there it's for C. But I just wish they would just let me know from the get go, like, okay, so I have type 4A hair, I have type 4B, like it'll just help me, to come up with a better solution for them. But yeah, the reason why we hair type is just, just to put a name, to the kind of hair that you have. And hair typing is no different from skin typing, right? Because we have different types of skin, skin color, skin shade, because when you go to the store to buy foundation, for example, or to buy powder or concealer, right? They have different shades, different colors, right? And the reason for that is obviously they know that there are so many different types of skin colors, right? And on top of that, we have different types of skin. We have oily skin, we have dry skin, we have normal skin, and there's nothing wrong with that. So just get that into your mind right now, that there is nothing wrong with putting a name, putting a number, putting a whatever to the type of hair that you have. Now, what are the advantages of knowing your specific hair type? Now, there are five main advantages from what you can see here in this slide. So the first advantage is that you're going to know how to better manage your hair, because back in the day when you had straight hair, when you had relaxed hair, obviously the care you give to your hair, was different from the care that you are going to give to your hair right now. And the second reason is that it'll help you to choose great products that will work for your hair. Because again, remember, back in the day when you were relaxed, you could probably use, all sorts of products, but now you need different kinds of hair products. And the third reason is that it'll help you to use the best techniques for your hair and not against your hair. Because guys, there are so many people who are treating their hair like it is still straight or like it is a different hair type. No, right? Knowing your hair type will determine how you should handle your hair, and it'll also answer a lot of questions that has to do with dryness, right? And I'm gonna go over some of these questions in this module. All right, and then the final reason is that it'll help you to create a really good moisture focused regimen for your particular hair type. So now let me go over what hair typing is now, just to clear some controversies out there when it comes to hair typing. Now, what hair typing is now? Number one, hair typing is not discriminatory, right? It is not a discriminatory tool that is used against you or against anybody, right? The only person that's gonna feel like there's anything wrong with it will be you, right? Because I personally do not have a problem calling my hair falsy hair, and it is something, right, and that you shouldn't ignore, right? Because again, going back to those advantages and going back to why we hair type, right, you need to put a number and a name to your hair type. So, and again, remember, in the introduction for this module, I talked about three main factors that determine your hair types, right? So there are three main factors which I will go over in this lesson. All right, and so finally, I just want to make a few things clear. So two things to note about hair typing, right? So remember that number one, that no two heads are alike, right? So you can be, like you can have two sisters, you can have a sister, you can have, other siblings or whatnot, and you guys all have different different hair textures. And also, it is possible to have multiple hair types on one head. Now, for me, I have about 3 to 4 different hair types on different parts of my head, and different hair types in general, which I will go over, those three major hair types, right? So just have those two things in mind. No two heads are alike, and that it is possible to have, all sorts of different things going on one head. All right, guys, so in the next lesson I'm going to be going over the first type of hair typing, which is knowing your curl type. Again, if you have any question about this lesson, please leave it in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next lesson.